On this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Metropolis robot, aka False Maria. Well, hello folks, Denobi2 here, and thank you for joining me once again on another visual tour. We are going to be traveling almost 100 years into the past to rediscover the Metropolis robot. This is something that I've had on pre-order for a very, very long time, and when I knew that Executive Replicas, they were going to move forward and make this thing, I was really excited. It's never been done before. This is just one of those iconic cinematic robots from Hollywood that's just never been, I think, treated properly. This box, the whole experience here is fantastic. I love the leather strap, the artwork. This thing, this whole box right here weighs about close to 15 pounds. It's really, really heavy. They put a lot of love and work into this experience. This is one of those things I really do enjoy when I purchase 1/6 scale figures outside of Hot Toys. I find it very, very cool. They're showing the gold Maria, and then this stock photo of her clearly shows that the actual suit was silver. So this is just one of those situations that I've always found confusing. Was the Metropolis robot silver at the time, or was it gold? It was silver. It was. I know there's been photos that have been doctored, I guess, painted, colorized, that has shown Maria as a gold version of C-3PO as a protocol droid, but it's from what I was able to research, Maria has always been silver, more of a steel gunmetal type look. So I was like, well, how many versions are there? Is there a gold version? But I do know that there are other toy companies that have made Maria as a gold robot. But Executive Robots wanted to recreate it as exactly as she was portrayed in the film. I kind of freaked out here for a minute there because I thought the robot did not come with a hand. It just happened to have slipped off during transport. I was like, oh my god, don't tell me I waited for so long and this thing is missing its hand. This art style, this 1930s Art Deco base is beautiful. It is resin. It's like a solid block of resin. My only gripe with this thing is that it doesn't have a peg to support Maria. Maria is heavy. She's just really top heavy. But it's a beautiful Art Deco base. Hands, because at the end of the film of Metropolis, she does transform back into a human. I believe, what I can recall. This is the chair. This is her mountain chair there. You can kind of take a look at that there, and it is. I get it for cost cutting measures. It is missing a lot of detail. The first thing that pops out to me is the high headrest and the electrodes right there. You can kind of see it on there. But it's not like they deceived me, though, because Executive Replicas did advertise exactly what you're going to get with this limited edition Metropolis robot. So the actual chair did showcase that, look, it's going to be bland and generic. A lot of the money really honestly went into the robot. Now, this head sculpt, I was like, well, how do I judge this? Well, Maria, her face was shown in the actual film, and I don't remember if she ever had this headband. I know the actress wore the headband when she's wearing the suit, but I thought that was more of a costume measure. So I'm assuming that Executive Replicas decided to just portray the actual actress as she's wearing the suit with the headband, as you saw earlier. Extra clips, not a lot of accessories. Came with some clips, the head, the Art Deco base, the chair, and the prize really is the amount of work and love that went into making a die-cast. She is, the actual suit is completely die-cast. Really, really heavy. Now underneath, it is a TBLeague Fison body, so it is squishy underneath it. I really wanted to break down the suit for you folks. The problem is is that the suit is kept together with these plastic pegs, right? And they're troublesome. Before I move any further, let me see if there's anything hidden underneath the actual base. Nothing else. Just wanted to double make sure, and then we'll move forward with the detail. The paint application to me is it's okay. I feel like it's not the best. I felt like they could have done a little bit better job, maybe giving it a little bit of weathering, some detail. It's very matte finish, but again, if they were shooting off, if they were going off of creative or inspired by the actual suit, maybe it was this matte because it was black and white. I guess with my current taste, I just would have wanted more detail to the actual suit. Not so much the actual molding, but more of the paint application to give it depth. The head sculpt is beautiful. I felt that the makeup around the eyes, it's a little bit sloppy. If you zoom in, if you 4K blast it like I'm doing, you can kind of see the minute imperfections. From a distance, you can't see it. This is going off of the instructions here. They're showing you these plastic clips that you do have to protrude out. They pop right out, and that's how you're able to get it out. And I used a steel tool like a dumbass, and we're like, nah, I better use the Lego plastic tool so that I don't damage the paint or finish. I have to confess, I would love to see a gold version of this suit. I think it'd be beautiful. They included a generic head. It's just unpainted, unfinished. That way you can kind of keep it inside. That way the actual painted head sculpt isn't, I guess, nicked or scratched when the actual die-cast helmet is placed on. And I'm gonna pop it on there. This is just me just trying to figure out where the center of gravity is for the figure. Again, this is trying to recreate the look of the actress and as she's wearing the suit. It's a beautiful suit. This ride, they really did a really good job on this thing. Very limited articulation, but I did read up on Wikipedia that the actress barely, I mean, she struggled to move in this heavy thing. It was extremely heavy. It was difficult. This was more for looking, not for cooking. So I just think it was cool. It's like, there's not much of articulation to this figure, but I do remember reading that it was a pain in the ass. It was a very long shoot to film the films. I know it's one of the most expensive at the time, 1927. Very, very expensive to film. But and then these plastic clips are just extras in case you damage or break the ones that are included, so you don't even need those. At one point I was like, maybe I can display her just with the head, but no. To me, the look of the false Maria, aka false Maria, right, is with the actual helmet. Little close-up backside of her, and right there. And I thought that lip in front of the helmet would tuck in, but no, I looked at the actual film, and that's exactly that lip underneath the chin does protrude out, with the mouth opening is open. You know what would have been cool? If the eyes articulated, but the actual suit did not. But I think it would look really, really creepy. I guess the last effect I probably would have loved to have seen with this set is the rings, the power rings, which I think I can create. But to me, this is how people remember the Metropolis robot, with the energy rings. This was state of the art back in the day. This was some high tech shit back then. Of course, how can I forget? Gotta have my Maschinenmensch C3PO right next to Maria. That way there can be a side-by-side comparison, because we all know George Lucas, on countless occasions, said he was inspired by the Metropolis robot to create C3PO. And you can kind of see the inspiration, the way the suit and the arms and so forth. It's cool. It's really neat to have these two together and so forth. Yeah. And I guess to keep it different, he made C3PO a male version, but again, protocol droids have a female or male voice. It doesn't really matter. Well, this was it. This was fun. This was my Metropolis Maria robot. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below and see if it's worth getting. I love this thing. I'm happy that it finally came home.